Who am I and who are you? The ultimate questions for who we are as whole beings experiencing on this earth in this human journey. And to find the answers to these questions, we are going to be sitting down and exploring the minds for the wisdom and knowledge of the layers that make up our beings. From the mind, to the emotions, to the body, and to the astral with the light body. We will be exploring these different multi-dimensional aspects of who we are as the I Am presence in this world on earth, in the human experience. We'll get to have fun, cracking smiles, and diving deep into the knowledge with different psychics, intuitives, shamans, coaches, teachers, practitioners, and many more different beautiful conscious souls of the everyday life to gather the information we need in order to unravel these layers and become more aware and present in ourself as the whole I Am presence that we are. And I'm very grateful for this and really look forward to the journey. So thank you all for tapping in and being a part of this. And I am your host, Marcus, aka Christolight, and I will be on this journey with you from the beginning to the end as we travel through the process of clearing layers.
Hello, I'm Brandon Jones. Marcus Christolight Robbins has invited me to talk on his podcast about what I call the evolution of the entrepreneur. So, I guess I'm going to tell you a story about who I am and what this means to me. For a little over 3 decades, I've been on Earth in this vessel, and for about 10 of those years, I've been aware of the fact that it's for a purpose. However, most of those years I didn't really know what that purpose was. I was stuck between two worlds. On one side, what I call the world of action, and on the other side, the world of attraction. In the world of action, you receive by doing, by building your vision. In the world of attraction, you simply believe that it will be, and it will be. There are a few things I've always wanted, and that is to heal, to awaken, and to create a beautiful life for my family. Having a family grounding me into this reality has really pushed me to rely on both action and attraction and seek somewhat of a middle ground, working and building from the ground up while maintaining faith in a greater vision far beyond myself, manifesting from the top down. For years I've felt out of place in both worlds, criticized by those who lived by action alone for having unrealistic fantasies of utopia, and even told by those of the side of attraction that my belief simply wasn't strong enough to bring the things I believed into reality, or else they would be. Though many times I pushed to the limits of what I could endure, realizing if I was willing and able to go to work to put food on the table for my family, then it simply wasn't worth leaving to miracles, and that I would make it happen. Over time, being pulled by these two worlds, I became overwhelmed, exhausted, and it became clear I needed to live in just one world. It couldn't be either of these worlds alone, but both of these worlds needed to live together in harmony. I had to dive deep within myself to find a greater understanding, to see how these worlds fit together. The side of action in my mind at its peak is the very essence of what one might call the entrepreneurial spirit. The side of attraction is what you might consider the spiritualist. As I dove deeper, many systems, patterns, all began to reveal themselves on both sides. Even more peculiar, the patterns had many things in common, to the point where they were basically just different ways of describing the same thing. Ultimately, I saw that the entrepreneur, true to its textbook definition, organizes and operates businesses by leveraging money and resources. Similarly, the spiritualist creates and manages multi-dimensional systems by leveraging energy and consciousness. The only difference being that many on the spiritual side tend to shun the physical and vice versa. And so finally I understood where I fit in all of that. And for me, the evolution of the entrepreneur was born. I do not try to fit into old boxes anymore because I know that I am the entrepreneur 2.0. My work has been to take both worlds and continue to uncover the patterns and reveal their parallels, teaching how to unlock the profound depths of the soul with the entrepreneurial spirit and build businesses and systems on earth that live and breathe with the divine spirit. I've come to a point of equilibrium in my being where I finally feel whole and complete. And in this I realize I am only a seed planted on earth. I strive to dig my roots deeper into the mud and raise my branches up to the heavens. Yet, just as the lotus, I know I radiate the perfect heavenly beauty, and there is nothing I must do. And still I grow because that's what we do. And I'm deeply grateful to be a part of this beautiful art. If you feel called, we would love to have you join us on Sunday as we go live, simply exchanging fruit, trimming branches, and watering our roots. If you have any questions you would like to share beforehand, feel free to reach out to Marcus. Until then, I wish you wholeness, harmony, and discovery.
Our authentic soul guest for episode 7 of The Process of Clearing Layers. You can join us this Sunday, February 19th at noon Eastern on Instagram Live, Sacred Light 33, to tap in for this episode. Brandon is certified by International Alchemy Guild in the history of alchemy, practical alchemy, and spiritual alchemy. He is also a student of the Book of Life and all things above and below. He also teaches self-defragmentation and source code recovery. Self-defragmentation, if you're curious, is taking the wealth of energy, information, and consciousness within ourselves and putting it into order in harmonious and optimized systems that allow for the greatest natural flow and growth on all dimensions of our being. And then source code recovery is using the wealth of energy, information, consciousness, and tangible resources to dive deeper and more fully within ourselves and into the world in order to gather that which helps us to awaken and grow ourselves and others. So yes, Brandon is going to be breaking this all down for us. He is going to be going into the fine details, the micro and macro level of these teachings and esoteric knowledges and inward knowledges for us to further understand and deepen our awareness on how we can be in self-empowerment as multidimensional conscious beings. And these different strategies, they may resonate for you in how you can go about your life in a conscious way and bring harmony and order to your being. And Brandon is of the company Source Channels. And yeah, I'm just really honored to hold this space and share this brother with us all, who has also been on a podcast of mine, Sacred Light Conversations, talking about the 7 chakras a few years ago. And you guys can check that out on my YouTube channel, Sacred Light Healing and Wellness. You can just type in 7 chakras afterwards, and you should be able to find it. So tap in this Sunday, as you will be able to receive this knowledge as well as ask questions, because each one is a live Q&A. And also, I want to add, Brandon also, him and his partner, are homeschooling their children, and they have been for a few years now. So if you are someone that is interested in that and would like to have further knowledge on what that could look like, feel free to reach out, and he'll definitely give some knowledge and help you out to the best of his abilities. I look forward to seeing you all this Sunday, and the full episode will be up on Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern, premiering on YouTube. Wholeness, balance, love.
Empower these children, do it with a passion, cause these kids deserve the best. Give them love and affection. It all starts with your perception of your reflection in your heart. My eyes in the mirror, I swear to